Ann-Margret, born Ann-Margret Olsen on April 28, 1941, in the small, scenic village of Valsjöben, Jämtland County, Sweden, is one of the most dynamic and enduring performers in the history of film, television, and music. Her life is a remarkable story of transformation, from a shy, musically gifted girl in post-war Sweden to a glamorous Hollywood legend whose talent, charisma, and vitality captivated audiences around the world for over 6 decades. When she was 5 years old, her father, Gustav, immigrated to the United States to find work, and a few years later, Ann-Margret and her mother, Anna, joined him, settling in Wilmette, Illinois, just north of Chicago. The family lived modestly, but it was during these formative years that Ann-Margret's passion for performance began to blossom. She was fascinated by American music, particularly the emerging sounds of jazz, swing, and early rock and roll, and her natural gift for singing and dancing quickly became apparent. Encouraged by her mother, she began performing at local talent shows, community events, and eventually in small clubs, where her vivacious energy and captivating stage presence drew immediate attention. After attending Northwestern University, where she studied speech, Ann-Margret's undeniable star power led her to join a traveling variety act known as the Subtle Tones. It was during one of these performances in Los Angeles that she was discovered by George Burns, who invited her to appear in his stage show in Las Vegas. Her electric presence and unique blend of Scandinavian beauty and American vitality earned her rave reviews and opened the doors to Hollywood. In 1961, she signed with 20th Century Fox and made her film debut in Pocketful of Miracles, 1961, directed by Frank Capra. Her role in that film was small, but her impact was unmistakable. Within 2 years, she became a household name after starring in Bye Bye Birdie, 1963, a musical comedy that perfectly showcased her infectious energy, playful charm, and sultry singing voice. The film's opening and closing sequences, featuring Ann-Margret singing directly to the camera with a mix of innocence and flirtation, became instantly iconic and catapulted her to superstardom. Critics hailed her as the female Elvis Presley, and her dazzling blend of glamour, sensuality, and humor made her one of the defining figures of 1960s pop culture. Her next major film, Viva Las Vegas, 1964, paired her with Elvis Presley in what remains one of the most beloved musical films of the era. The chemistry between the two was electric, both on and off the screen, and their playful romantic energy made the film a box office hit. Despite constant media speculation about their relationship, Ann-Margret always spoke of Elvis with deep respect and affection, describing him as a kindred spirit who shared her passion for performance and music. Over the next decade, she continued to expand her range as an actress, taking on more complex roles that revealed her emotional depth and resilience. In Carnal Knowledge, 1971, she played Bobby, a vulnerable and emotionally wounded woman opposite Jack Nicholson, earning her an Academy Award nomination and a Golden Globe win. Just a few years later, she stunned audiences again in Tommy, 1975, the rock opera by The Who, in which she portrayed the tormented mother of a deaf, dumb, and blind child. The performance required physical and emotional intensity. At one point, she famously rolled around in baked beans, champagne, and soap suds in one of cinema's most surreal scenes, and it earned her another Oscar nomination and cemented her status as a fearless, transformative performer. Outside of film, Ann-Margret built an impressive career as a singer and live performer. Her music career began in the early 1960s, when she recorded energetic pop and rock songs that highlighted her sultry voice and dynamic personality. She released several albums including And Here She Is, Ann-Margret, 1961, and On the Way Up, 1962, which showcased her ability to shift effortlessly between romantic ballads and high-energy rock tunes. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, she performed in Las Vegas and on national television specials, where her stage shows were renowned for their glitz, glamour, and explosive energy. Whether draped in sequins or surrounded by a troupe of dancers, Ann-Margret exuded confidence, sensuality, and joy, qualities that made her one of the most beloved entertainers of her time. Her stage presence was so commanding that audiences couldn't take their eyes off her, and she often performed through injuries or exhaustion, demonstrating her unwavering dedication to her craft. Her personal life, though often private, was equally compelling. In 1967, she married actor Roger Smith, best known for his role on the TV series 77 Sunset Strip. Their marriage endured for 50 years, a rarity in Hollywood, and Smith became not only her life partner but also her manager, guiding her career with care and loyalty. They faced challenges together, including Ann-Margret's near-fatal fall from a stage platform during a 1972 performance in Lake Tahoe, which left her with multiple broken bones and required reconstructive surgery. Remarkably, she returned to performing just weeks later, a testament to her remarkable strength and determination. Over the years, she also supported numerous charitable causes, particularly those benefiting U.S. veterans, whom she has performed for and visited around the world. Her compassion and humility have earned her immense respect both within and beyond the entertainment industry. In the later decades of her career, Ann-Margret continued to evolve gracefully, taking on roles that highlighted her wit, warmth, and enduring beauty. She charmed audiences in comedies such as Grumpy Old Men, 1993, and its sequel Grumpier Old Men, 1995, where her radiant charm and humor made her a perfect match for stars Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. She continued acting in television movies and series, earning Emmy nominations for her performances in Who Will Love My Children, 1983, and A Streetcar Named Desire, 1984, as well as a win for her guest role in Law & Order, Special Victims Unit, 2010. Even in her 80s, she has shown no signs of slowing down, appearing in modern projects like The Kominsky Method, 2020, and Queen Bees, 2021, where she continued to exude grace, vitality, and humor. Today, Ann-Margret is not only remembered as a dazzling performer, but also as an icon of perseverance, reinvention, and passion. Her ability to balance vulnerability and strength, glamour and authenticity, has made her one of the most respected figures in entertainment history. With a career that bridges multiple generations and genres, from 1960s musicals to modern streaming series, she remains a timeless figure whose legacy continues to inspire actors, singers, and dancers around the world. Ann-Margret's life is a celebration of artistry and endurance, a journey from a small Swedish village to the bright lights of Hollywood, where her flame has never dimmed and her spirit continues to shine as brilliantly as ever.